Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something pretty fascinating: AI YouTube automation.
Right. It's all about building these faceless YouTube channels.
Exactly. Channels covering everything, stoic shorts, history documentaries, even AI anime, motivational stuff.
All sorts.
Yeah. And our source material today, it lays out how to automate, well, basically every step, from the script right through to publishing.
Which is kind of wild when you think about it.
It really is. And the goal, it's pretty audacious, building a six-figure business without ever, showing your face.
And what's really interesting, I think, is that promise of complete automation.
Hmm.
But it's more than just like using one AI tool here and there.
Yeah.
Our sources show how it's about weaving multiple platforms together. You've got ChatGPT for the scripts, 11 Labs doing realistic voiceovers, Leonardo AI and Canva handling the visuals, the thumbnails, and then CapCut for editing it all.
So it's a whole ecosystem.
Exactly. It creates this synergistic workflow. It fundamentally changes how you can even approach making content online. It's like a truly hands-off pipeline.
That really does sound revolutionary. So total automation is the promise. Where do these sources say to start, building this hands-off system, especially on the content side?
Right.
What are the sort of foundational tools they really highlight, the ones you need to make the core content automation work?
Well, according to the sources, it all kicks off with scripting. They really lean into ChatGPT.
Okay, makes sense.
But not just for like basic outlines. We're talking full detailed scripts. For anything, really a history piece, a quick motivational video. The key seems to be specific prompting techniques. Getting the AI's tone right, the focus. So the content doesn't sound generic, even if you're making a lot of it.
That's powerful. Definitely for getting the ideas and stories down. But okay, you have the script. What about the voice? That's so crucial for YouTube. How do these automated channels handle voiceovers without a person?
Good question. For voice, yeah, the sources pretty consistently point towards 11 Labs.
11 Labs, okay.
What gets highlighted there is its emotional range and stability, the voice quality.
Right.
So a single AI voice can actually carry different kinds of stories without sounding, flat or robotic. Gives it a consistent professional feel, even without a face behind it.
And the visuals, huge for YouTube engagement.
Yeah.
What about the images, the thumbnails that grab attention?
For that side of things, they recommend Leonardo AI, mostly for generating unique images, so your videos have a distinct look.
Okay.
And then for those really important thumbnails, Canva gets mentioned a lot. Because it's user-friendly, lots of design tools,
Right.
makes it easier to create something click-worthy.
Right.
And then putting it all together, CapCut comes up. It's praised for its AI-assisted editing features, things that simplify animations, transitions, makes high production value feel more accessible.
Gotcha. So we've sort of covered the creative tools, the arsenal, but like the sources say, making the video is only part of it. How does this blueprint deal with, channel growth and actually making money?
Yeah, this is where the strategy comes in. The sources get into growth tactics like replicating viral videos.
Replicating, like copying.
Not just copying, no, more like understanding why something went viral, the structure, the topic resonance, then adapting those themes for your own niche.
Ah, okay. Smart.
And crucially, they hammer home optimizing metadata. So your titles, tags, descriptions, the thumbnail, again, making sure YouTube's algorithm can find your stuff and rank it well.
Building up that discoverability.
Yeah, the goal is building an evergreen library, content that keeps pulling in viewers over time.
Sounds really appealing for creators. But thinking about our deep dive here, does the source material mention any, downsides? Challenges, potential pitfalls of relying so heavily on AI, maybe issues with YouTube policies or just content overload?
That's a really important point. And yes, they do acknowledge it. While getting started is easier, the challenge becomes maintaining originality, standing out when there's potentially a lot of AI-generated content.
Right.
So it comes back to creativity in your prompts, your overall content strategy, and they also mention keeping up with platform rules, because policies around AI content are definitely still evolving.
Makes sense. Things are moving fast. Okay, and finally, the money part. Monetization. With a faceless channel, how do they suggest creators actually generate income?
So the sources outline a few main ways. First is just standard AdSense, YouTube paying for ads on your videos. Pretty straightforward. Then there's affiliate marketing, putting links in your descriptions to products. You get a commission if people buy.
Okay.
And finally, selling your own digital products, things like ebooks, maybe online courses related to your niche. That fits well if you build an audience around a specific topic.
So multiple streams.
Yeah, it's all about building that diverse content library that keeps people coming back.
So, wrapping this up, what does it all mean? We've looked at how AI automation can seriously change content creation. It lets you build this big library of videos, fake texts, history docs, whatever, and make money through AdSense, affiliates, digital products.
Right.
It's all about nailing the metadata, boosting watch time with things like playlists or live streams, and smartly replicating viral ideas to grow.
And if you connect this to the bigger picture, yeah, this whole approach really emphasizes consistency, creativity, but a strategic kind, and just smartly using these AI tools together to build something profitable online.
Right.
Which leads to a pretty big question for you listening. How might using these kinds of comprehensive AI tools reshape not just how online businesses get built, but maybe even what personal branding means, especially in a future where a completely faceless channel can be a huge success?
That's a great question to think about. What does branding even look like then?
Exactly. And what unique challenges might that future bring? Something to chew on.